which path to take. You know, it's funny. I picked up this book at Walmart the other day. It's called Jesus First for Men, as kind of a daily reminder of the work that the Lord and Savior does in my life every single day. And no, I ain't a good Christian. I'm a really bad Christian because I've got a mouth on me that likes to talk and likes to egg people on. But the reason I chose today to open with this particular scripture is that it kind of brings us into the topic that we're talking about today. And that is the loss of skilled tradesmen every single year.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all right, for every 10 guys that leave the trades, only 4 dudes come back into it. So we're losing about 60% every single year. And I'll say hi to everybody here in a second. Tyler, Caleb, Mr. Nova, Rhino, Joshua, always a pleasure. But the reason I bring this up is that I've been thinking about why some of you guys get so worked up over these videos. Hey, Sharush. What's up, LFL? Why some of you guys get so worked up over these videos. And it doesn't make any sense to me because they're just videos. They're meant for entertainment. They are meant to be there to make you feel good and just enjoy your time. And thank you, Big Josh, for that $1.99. Appreciate that. Just remember that,
Mom's using this, right?
yes, she is. Every single day in the trades, just in construction, just construction alone, we lose 3 good men
Mom needs to use that.
forever. And what I mean by that is over almost 1,100 men die in construction every single year. We're not getting enough young people into the trades to recoup those.
Yeah.
And it means that we're getting less skilled labor doing skilled labor jobs every day.
Not just that. A lot of people like my age are getting out of it as fast as possible because the conditions suck and the internet's more readily available and men are soft.
It's true. I mean, as a society, we've grown more soft over the years. And CPAL, I'm agreeing with you when you say this is potentially the ramifications of years of high school telling kids that trade jobs were not a good idea. You had to go to college to get a good job or a good career. Mitchell, I appreciate you being younger and wanting to seek the trades. It's important. You should get some of your friends. No, the thing that it kind of brings us to how we raise our children. We're raising our children to, how shall I say this in a nice way? Because just me personally, I'd be like, they're lazy, but I don't want to say that they're lazy and be all negative. What's up, Ted McDonald, Jonathan Hughes?
I'll say it.
But we're teaching them that working with computers and the little video game things and doing stuff like that, that's more beneficial to their life. Hang on a second. This is not what I believe.
Hey, this isn't fair for him.
Sorry. But we're telling them that working with computers and working with these little video games and doing all that stuff is more important than learning how to be self-sufficient. And men that are in the trades, by and large, can be self-sufficient. We can go out, we can build a structure. You know, one of the things that you have to have is shelter. Well, we can maintain a shelter because we can build a shelter. That only leaves clothing and food. Well, knowing how to work with your hands certainly can help you with food. Clothing, you're kind of on your own. But the thing is, like, we're getting to the point where children don't have the basic understanding of things that some of us just take as second nature. We don't even think about. Watched a kid wreck a car the other day, and I mean, I watched him. He dropped
Huh.
his phone, so he took out a sign, a big
Oh, I
sign,
was on the phone whenever you told me that. Yeah.
and I'm just like, I park my car, I get out, I check to see if everybody's all right, and they're just standing there, and I'm like, look, you got to get your vehicle out of the driveway. You've got to take it and get it out of the driveway so that people can come in, and your vehicle's leaking fluid, so we need to get it out of the area so that it doesn't cause another accident. Basic fundamental brain work would have told you to do these things, especially when you can hear the tire on the car losing air.
I'm having technical difficulties over here.
It's because you're using it.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Tyler. I used to carry several sheets or several things of sheet goods all by myself. I can't do that anymore because I'm old, but I used to be able to do a lot of stuff. And it's just one of those things. Like, we have not done justice to our young people by teaching them that they should not use their hands. Yes, JT. We are raising a generation of entitled brats.
Yes, sir.
A systematic emasculation of men. Well, yeah, I can agree with you there.
I bought an uglies book today and a wiring book, and Keely was asking me when can she have a book so she can start learning electrical.
Damn, Mitch.
And that's
Oh,
good.
sweet.
You know, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah,
So I'm going to start doing a bunch of shorts on every page of that book.
I love it. I like
and
it.
Explaining exactly what it's talking about. I also got an uglies book too. So
I
should be
know,
cool.
Ted. This is what he said. The world is based around offer demand, which is a reason go more into offer. Well, the problem is we've got a huge demand for young people into the trades. A huge demand. Like, these guys are getting paid very well just to start out. And no matter that can change no matter or depending on where you are in the country, but overall, you're starting at a fairly decent wage, even if you're just a member of the cleanup. You're
Yeah.
probably making 16, 17 bucks an hour.
Yeah.
If you're skilled, if you stick there for 2-3 years, you're making like 25 to 30.
I'm gonna start
It's
this
just the
saw
way
now.
it goes. Go ahead. He loves the inline circ saw, by the way. It's
I do
awesome
like the
saw.
inline. There's plenty of power.
I love how small it is. We are beyond overpopulated. Well, you're in California. Denny, that is true. Oh, I appreciate that, Denny. Yes, the Den of Fools is one of those characters that's on YouTube, and he is a computer guy. Like, that's what he does. He's never been a skilled tradesman. He would never make it as a skilled tradesman. Too
Do
many
you
dudes
see
would just
any
tell him to
other?
shut up.
Do you see any other tool channels doing something live in front of you guys? Worried about making a mistake in front of you guys, caring two shits what you guys think about it, and then not being able to back it at the end. There's only two channels out here.
Yes,
Pretty much
Kichwa.
you and me.
Yeah,
That's it.
we do it because we have the skill and we have the knowledge. We know how it's going to turn out before we start. We don't have enough time to talk about Canada. Oh, at least he's not trying to fill drywall with pink crap. Like, oh no, PFAB. Oh God, I haven't thought of Petrum in years.
Oh yeah, Pedro.
How's he doing? I have.
I
So
don't know,
look,
dude. A lot of people in YouTube come and go. You guys
yeah,
will notice that.
I'm just going to say this to you all. If you have the choice between going into being a laborer on a construction site or going into a trade school, you're better off and you'll be further ahead if you go be a laborer. And the reason I say that, those 2 years that you're spending in trade school, spending your money, the first thing that they're going to tell you as soon as you get out is forget everything you were taught because we're going to do it this way.
That's not true with IEC. So IEC will find you the contractor. You're in trade school. You're working for that contractor while you're going to the school. You go to school, I think, twice a week
Oh my God.
from 6 to 10 o'clock. And then they are training you to be the electrician they want you to be when you get out. Once
Well,
you get
that's
your
good.
journeymans, you're guaranteed to be making $30 an hour.
That's good.
IEC is different, but it's not a union and it's not your college trade school. But you're right. You're right. If you're in a college trade school, you don't have a job yet. You go to IEC or something like that, you have a job.
You're good, Josh. Tactics, that's the right attitude to have after watching you with a drill. That's awesome. I think
Yeah.
that's I don't know how people don't know how to use a hand truck. That's beyond me. It seems pretty self-explanatory, but
The back wheel pivots, it could be confusing for some, I suppose.
no, it can't. No. Mm-mm. Those
That's
are
actually
people
a
that
very
natural
used tool.
selection.
That's actually a very used tool in construction.
Yeah,
That is a very used tool. Would be a pallet jack
no,
or a hand truck.
I just don't know why I don't understand how they can't figure it out. I mean, the thing goes pumpy pump pump and it lifts up like not real hard. You hit the little thing and it goes down. Dang. I just explained how to use it and it only took me like 3 seconds. Hi, Dadrian.
It's pretty amazing.
How are you doing? You're dressed like Adam. I am not. This is the Punisher, baby. The Punisher.
How dare you? Shots fired. Let's see here. How do you want to do this?
You don't have a choice in the state of California. You have to be licensed to be an apprentice on a job site.
So do you in Texas?
That's
Give it an apprentice license.
we live in the free world out here. We're doing well at Dadrian. Thank you for asking. Hey, Jamie True's here, and so is Rod the Bot Widger.
What's up, Rodney?
Hey, Jamie, how is your wife? It was your wife that was ill the other day. I hope she's doing better. Pray for her. Make sure that she's doing all right. Oh, you do construction work? Good for you, Dadrian. Saw a guy with a man bun on the freeway yesterday in a Prius. Pulled over, dude, a flat tire. He called the tow truck to help him change the tire. He didn't want to leave oh, God. He didn't want to get out of the air conditioning in his car. Okay, like how long does he think it's going to take to change a tire? Anybody, first of all, I know when I go on a trip, I always have my my subcompact impact wrench in the car with me.
Yep.
And a lot of times, even though I don't like this tool, I'll carry this because it's a lug nut automatic. Like it automatically adjusts to the size of your lug nuts. So I'll just carry that in the car sometimes because it saves weight and saves space. And it takes me less than 2 minutes to frickin' change a tire.
Yep.
I don't understand this.
I keep a full size spare, I keep a full size spare in my car.
Thank you, Jamie.
With the impact wrench.
Feel better. Nice.
Looking
Mitchell.
Looking for something right now.
6 hours. Cabinet maker, the Metabo HPT from Lowe's of the Milwaukee M18. If you're looking for a subcompact drill and you're doing cabinet work, you need it to be smooth. And I'll be honest with you, Metabo makes the smoothest.
Ooh, that's a good choice.
the smoothest running impacts, drills, whatever. You're just going to be happy with it.
That's a good choice.
I've not yet met anybody that's used a Metabo that was not impressed by how they operate.
No.
I love Metabo. I really do. It's not a knock against Milwaukee. I just happen to like Metabo more. Now watch this. I'm going to watch him do this. That looked really good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
A water bottle, Vaseline. All right. Triple A's. And most importantly, my leave-in conditioner with frizzy spray. I have a man bun. I can't let it tell people I'm not cool. Oh, Jesus. Just said, we live in the free world, joke. That's a lot of truth in that. I live in New York, and it's no longer the place. I started my career and began my family. JT, it's like that in a lot of places. I know Kansas City, they won't let you do stuff without being a licensed person first. But out here where I live, a bunch of farmers, small town area, they just say get after it. If you're willing to work, they're willing to put you in. They'll start the apprenticeship for you. I know my son was just going through that as a plumber before he got into trouble.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, my son's back in jail. So people, please be sure that all the little trolls out here that got nothing better to do with their lives, make sure you make fun of my son, who's in jail again. This time for possession of meth. There you go.
God!
I'll just put it out there for y'all.
They don't need ammo.
I'll put it out there for y'all because it's not me doing it. Do I know that my son is a screw up? Sure.
Right.
But you know what? It's his choice. He's making these things. He's making these decisions on his own. And
whoever's making the comments obviously isn't far from making the same mistakes because they obviously have no life anyway.
Yeah.
So you might be kind of showing them what to not do.
Yeah. You know what? I know my son's got issues. I hope he's working through it, and I hope he gets through it to the best he can. And I want him to be better, but I can't will that into him. I can't force him to be better. He has to do it on his own. I told him the other day, I think jail's the best place for him because it'll get him dried out. It'll get him to hopefully a place where he can function mentally without these garbage things in his body. Yes, I hope so. It sounds harsh to say that as his father, but as his father, I'm also a realist. I know my son has issues, and he is not willing to take them on his own. Tactics, your new drill dough is on the way. I just sent you the Makita one. I hope you like it.
Hell
Tyler,
yeah.
is it studded? If it's studded, he'll love it.
That's right.
I hope so, bud. Thank you, Juan. I appreciate that. My son been involved with that trash also, Martin. Man, I do keep praying for that's all we can do. We have to not help them as much as possible to get them to hit rock bottom, and then maybe they'll take a hand out or a hand up or a help, whatever you say. And that's what I'm hoping. Tyler said it is studded, so you're good.
Oh, hell yeah.
And we are praying for your son as well, Martin. I hope all of this opioid addiction and stuff goes away and we can go back to maybe hand up. Thank you.
Does it fit the Milwaukee? Does it fit the Milwaukee? Is it for a drill? That's the question.
It's a drill dough, so
I want the sawdust.
Oh, my bad. I had no idea what I was going to do. Yeah, my son is 26. 55-gallon of lube. He's going to diddler you. You're going to get diddled. So, yeah, we all love Sharu. we all love Sharush. We want Sharush to be well, and there's some conflict over there, and we're hoping that everything cools down. And I just want people to live in peace with one another and learn that not everything
Yeah.
is terrible. Like we need to learn how to talk about things. And it's different. Back in my day, and it's not the same today, but back in my day, I know in high school at least, you had a beef with a dude, you pop him one or two, and then 5 minutes later, you guys were good. You were
Right.
friends again. Nowadays, how shall I say this? They're more like my sister.
Which
So
one?
my sister, any of them, just take your pick. Please
All
take them
right.
all, as a matter of fact. But my sisters will argue with somebody and they'll hold the grudge for like 10 years. That makes no damn sense to me.
Sounds like
Because
you have
ain't
some
nothing.
experience with that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm thankful that my sisters don't talk to me now because I've done something to them that upset them, though I don't remember what, nor do I care. Uh, peace. I just say, like, the men of today act that way. I don't understand it.
You're using
I've been
multi-tool.
watching your videos the past 2 months, and it's very informative. Watching from Bahrain. Oh, thanks, Ali. I appreciate that, and we welcome you here.
No.
No, they're not going to tell me.
I almost died due to a dryer sheet. Straight
I
dryer
live in,
sheets
yeah.
are no joke.
I have never done any hard drugs. I smoked weed a few times years ago, and I didn't like it. Don't drink much either. Oh, I have. Sorry, I know I'm interrupting him.
Sorry, I didn't know you needed ears.
I I have never done drugs. I've never tried alcohol. I had to smoke once. I was forced to smoke once. Ended up vomiting on my dad for making me do it.
Take that.
Yeah, he never asked me to do it again, by the way. So I don't understand what it is about. I'm sorry, bud. Hold on. I know it's a DeWalt.
There's no
It's an
teeth on this.
oscillating multi-tool. If he had the rigid, we could have a conversation, but he
Oh,
refuses to buy rigid.
you think the rigid would make it quieter against the wood? That's impressive.
Yes, I do.
Oh,
As a matter of fact, I know it will
there's just no
because
teeth on this one.
I have I
We were cutting
have that
granite.
I have that OMT from DeWalt. It's freaking loud.
You don't like it?
The rigid is quiet and it's beautiful, and
Still
I
need a
love
little
it.
bit more there.
I know. I'll say this: I have not had anyone that has tried the rigid or know that, or I know of anyone that's bought the rigid that didn't like it over every other thing.
The
So Tactics
so you
still
go a
has
little
some
lower.
some flex tools.
Ow! I'm just gonna change blades at this point. We were
Oh,
cutting rigid. We were cutting granite to finish off that last little bit of the cut
see,
because the
pal, I
saw
have used
wouldn't
it.
cut all the way through. So that blade has seen better days.
Yep, time to
This
switch
one's
them out.
wood with nails.
See, pal, I have used the flex. I still prefer the rigid. The flex is awesome. The rigid's just better. I made a video telling my story. Didn't go into great detail, but made the video. I was hooked on a film. Talk about my dad. My wow, yeah. Dang, that's Josh.
Does
I'm just
rigid
saying,
have
man. What's up, Steven?
the pulsey trigger, or
Yes.
does it just turn on?
No.
Okay.
It's got the
Momentary trigger.
yeah, what
'Cause
do they
that's where it's
call it?
at.
The ramp up trigger or whatever it's called. It
Just
does
no.
have it. It's
Like
better.
there's no
Oh,
on and off
no.
switch. It
No.
has like a button, right?
Yes. Also
Yeah.
3-speed settings.
Yeah, that's the one you want.
I'm just saying. The rigid is the best. Huh? There's
The
just no
trigger.
way about it. Thank you, pal. That's the exact way you're supposed to do it. You buy the tool, not the brand. I can't stand people that just buy a brand because it's the brand. I prefer buying the tool because then you know that you're getting a good quality tool. And
What
when you
about
get the rigid, it's mwah. Tactics is 6'10", not in his lifetime. He'd have to be on a ladder. Variable speed trigger. Thank you, Buzz. Thank you.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Okay.
I quit drinking. Oh, Stephen Ott was telling us he quit drinking. Now we've got Union Mate said he quit drinking as well. Alcohol is probably the hardest drug to get off of. I know it's the most addictive. Having seen it in my family, I know it's the most addictive drug to get on, and it's the hardest one to get off. Most people end up not ever getting off of it their entire life. Shorter than it. Kansas is the midget. Shorter as it may be because they drink. Now, me not being a drinker, not having any alcohol, I can't really relate to how it makes people feel or why they do it. All I can tell you is the one time I smelled alcohol, it smelled like a skunk's backside, and I said, no way. That's as close as I got.
Then we go to the floor. Should we go to the floor?
I didn't mean to ignore you, Steven. I saw your comment. I was just commenting on something else is that we got in there. The thing is, when you're in the trades, and this is something that Tactics and I was talking about earlier, when you're in the trades, you kind of expect folks to be on something, right? Whatever it may be. It may, how is he? Been a while, man. How you been, Ted? And
What's
how
going
is
on?
he in the same night? We're lucky men to have these guys back with us, and we're very appreciative that they're here.
That explains what happened. There's a 1-inch drop over that 4 foot.
You know, yes, we make jokes about it all the time. We say that drywall guys they're on
Whatever.
yeah. And we all know that framers, by and large, drink. If you ever turn up to a job site, you're going to find a can of beer or something, maybe a bottle laying around. That's from the framer. You just kind of expect it. Now that I've been out for a long time and I talk to my son, I recognize some of the things that when I was in the trades doing stuff, I was ambivalent to. I just took it as that was the person.
Right.
Every single person in the tree work was a drug addict or an alcoholic. That's pretty much on par. Hello, Buffler. Do you own any Snap-on tools that you like? Yes. Quite
What do
a
you
few,
own?
actually.
Oh, the wrenches,
Sockets,
yeah.
ratchets, wrenches, all. When it comes to power tools, not a doggone one.
Not a doggone one.
Yep. See, that's the thing. Steven, yeah, you're spot on. It's all the bad drugs. Like you don't recognize it when you're in it because you're not. Like for me, I was not doing it. I've always had energy as a person. Like I was always bobbing around doing something. And I always had that energy. And the longer the day went, the more energy I had because it took me a while to wake up in the mornings. But once I woke up, I was ready to go. Ryobi is the best too. Juan, don't smoke crack. Crack is bad.
We're talking about this right now, and here Juan is.
That's right, Tyler. Don't be mean to the plumbers. I'm telling you, Jonathan, I'm right there with you. I know. I've seen it.
You see that battery fall off?
Like, yes.
I wonder.
It's just Ryobi equals trash. My heart goes out to Robert and others. I suffer from that. I lost my battle 4 years ago. My son died. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
We can't mention the stuff on YouTube because then we'll get like censored by YouTube.
Right.
But man, Rod, our heart goes out for you every single day because, dang, I know how hard it is. I feel like I lost my son and he's still here, but he's not the man that I knew years ago. He is much different today. His actions are much different, and it's a shame. It reminds me of the people that I worked with um, on the job site, and you know exactly the types of guys I'm talking about. They'll come in the morning, they'll just be full, and I mean full of energy, rip raring, ready to go. And then lunchtime comes, and after lunch, they're good for nothing. You know the guys
Please
I'm
don't fall.
talking
Don't
about.
fall. Just don't fall. I asked it not
It
to fall.
fell,
It wouldn't listen.
but it fell.
I was asking it not to. What is getting
You
stuck
said
on over there?
half the guys couldn't pass the drug test. They did. Oh, dude, I, B-dubs. There's a reason that the first thing they do when you get injured on the job site is they send you for a drug test, so they don't have to pay
Hey, your
you
ass.
unemployment.
Yeah.
They don't have to pay you unemployment. They don't have to pay your work comp. Uh, I mean, everything that they can do to you, they do. My grandpa uses only ryobi tools and refuses to switch to anything else, even though he has to constantly buy new ones. Uh, Casey? Chasey? I don't know how to pronounce your name, and if I'm ruining it, I apologize. Um, can't fix stupid.
Damn. Damn.
I can't help it.
You
To
went
me,
there.
but that's me. But I never lost. No, the dudes at like 1 o'clock by five, they were practically sleeping because the drug runs out of their system. Like the longer it goes in the day, it runs out of their system, and they're just no good for anything after that.
Yeah.
You should know, Case
We had a
Chasey.
guy, we were building some Kroger distribution
Ron, you're
warehouses,
allowed.
and I had this
And
guy, man, and
man.
he was awesome. We thought he was great. And
Uh-huh.
then he was always in the freezer. He never wore a jacket. He was getting a whole bunch of things done. Then my boss had an idea to drug test him because he never wore a jacket in the freezer.
Yep.
And they did hair follicles on him and everyone in the company. And they can go back so many years if they want to. They only go back 90 days or whatever. But they got extra data on him, and they said, man, that guy was probably high whenever he got the test done. And he was just a temp. Like
Yeah.
he could have just, anyway, some people are
Mitchell,
crazy.
Mitchell, any job that you can get into that you stay a long time at that provides you with a living is a good, stable job. It's a good, stable career. The secret is to find something that you enjoy doing. And I'll say this, there's so many trade jobs out there. If you don't like what you're doing, go to something else.
Yeah. See, I'm building this backwards right now. So what we're going to do, we're going to put some screws, got some long screws here. And that way I can switch these studs out easier. That way whenever I'm doing demos on how to
Dang,
wire.
Steven. Yeah.
And what I want to do is just sink this screw all the way because I still got like, three, almost 2.5 inches of bite
Sure.
all the way to the stud. So I could just sink one or two here.
That's awesome.
But now I'm wondering, do I want to do a top cap and a bottom cap, or do I just want to sink these studs and just be done?
Well, what do you build?
Because if I build a top cap and bottom cap, then I can't remove these studs very easy. I think it's beneficial just to... I think it's beneficial just to sink them like this. And then that way I can remove them a lot easier.
So those are 5-inch construction fasteners.
They might be 6s.
6, you think?
Yeah.
But
I
they
don't know.
take the T25 bit.
This is the 30. This was the
that's a
T30.
T30, so that's got to be a 6-inch.
Yeah.
Medical places, they don't want much noise, so
You think this? You think this 12-volt drill can do it?
I like that, Juan Perez. That's what you're supposed to do. Yes.
12-volt.
Switch it down to speed 1.
I don't wanna. It's already in speed one.
You might want to pre-drill that. Pilot
I got it
hole.
straight. I got it straight. I'll pre-sync it to where I want to get it straight. I don't need a stinking pilot hole. Oh yeah, I gotta cut the bottom out because the we got this
I understand, Mitchell.
we got this lip down here.
Thanks, Juan.
I think I'm just gonna guess it.
We just kind of relax on Sundays. We just talk.
Right about there. Yeah.
In case you all missed it, this is how I opened up the stream tonight. Is Jesus first for men. That's how I opened up the stream tonight. And why? Because it coincided with what I wanted to talk about. You're scared of heights. I'm not. No. Dallas Gaming, how you been? So, hey, forgot my name. It's important. It's important. I love Jesus too. You should check out the Harbor Freight mini locking ratchet. I will. I'm willing to try anything.
Might work. Oh, bye-bye.
Jesus is the Lord and Savior. He's the King of us all. He is the one that died for us. So we should respect him. Now, I might not respect a lot of people, but I certainly respect Jesus.
Oh my gosh, everything is falling.
Yeah. Budsville, I've been doing hand tool reviews like for 4 years. I do all kinds. If it's a tool, I'm going to talk about it, test it. I just did the mini ratchet from Hart. Jesus is king. Yeah, carpenters don't care about ratchet. Well, that's back in my day. That's what we ended up using. So we would check this out. This is how old I am, guys. We'd drill a pilot hole for a lag or for whatever, because the drills that we had back in the day weren't very strong. And then we would drive call it a lag, for as far as we could with the drill, and then we'd bust out the ratchet and finish it.
Yeah.
So that's how old I am. No worries about it. I got you.
Oh, that actually, that's pretty solid. Even my drill hammer can't move it.
So, it's light. The 12-volt dewalt is light. I've done printing, factory work, computer sales, landscape.
I might need a real hammer here.
Repairs. Oh, good. And cleaning, not to mention lots of oddball projects over 63. B-dubs, man. Hardworking men. I respect it. Do you think it's worth it to buy Harbor Freight Pittsburgh sockets? Yes.
Yeah.
Is that Chasey? Chase? How do I pronounce your name? Like, give me the American Gringo version of how to pronounce your name. Not to be disrespectful, but that is the way it is. I'm trying to be respectful by calling you the right name. And
you're being job site politically correct.
Yeah, same as Chase. All right, thank you, Chase. I appreciate that.
Oh my goodness.
I do believe that the Pittsburgh, especially the impact rated sockets, are definitely worth it. I've been using them for years here to do my demos and whatnot. They are not my favorite impact rated sockets, but they are of good use. So they hold up well. That's all I can ask for from a tool. You like Hyper Tough? Dallas, so you're allowed to like Hyper Tough. Tyler, that's funny. I'll tell you this, the Pittsburgh ratchet, the actual ratchet is trash. You're going to end up breaking that in no time, so don't get the ratchet, but the sockets, absolutely. I don't need one. I have a hammer and a drill. I just hit the back of the drill. I watched a lady do that on YouTube the other day.
I'm trying to see. Why am I 5% battery? I thought this thing was charged.
I don't know. Plug it in.
Yeah.
I don't know, Van, man. I don't know why people buy really expensive tools that don't have a use for them.
Damn.
Like, you'll see, like, you don't see me doing a lot of impact wrench videos. Now, I got impact wrenches, but you don't see me do a lot of impact wrench videos because it's not a tool that I truly need an expensive top of the line thing. I'm not out there doing things anymore. I am not a mechanic. I'm not a tool tech. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just doing tool test videos for you guys for entertainment, to keep me active, to keep me kind of my mind active and going and whatnot. So I do these videos for you guys to be entertained. But if I don't think that a tool is, first of all, I don't like using impact wrenches. They're too freaking loud. You don't see me doing a lot of circ saw videos because I bought the one that works for me. The rear-handled flex, more power than I'll ever need out of a circ saw.
I think the flex guy gave you that one, didn't he? Or did you buy it?
I bought it.
No problem.
Van Man, thank you for becoming a member to our Welcome the Otter group. Thank you for being a member. You buy tool. Well, that I understand, man. If they give Fuzzy enough money, he'll tell you Pittsburgh's just as good as Snap. He probably has said that. Well, he had to take his mic off to yes, to continue on because he had to plug in his phone.
It does sound bad now.
Yes, a little echoey.
Yeah.
West Harbor Freight selling some black oxide coated chrome vanadium impact sockets. Should I avoid and search for S2? Now the sockets at Harbor Freight are fine. Hey, George Ordway, member for 25 months. He says, aloha, everyone. Stephen Ott sent thumbs up for 10 jewels. Thank you, Stephen. Snap bros. You did right, Fozzie, by the way. Good. Tell him I think he's a piece of garbage. Too often, low quality tools just make the job miserable to do. Look, that's BM. I'm just going to call you Kelpin. Kelpin, tools are meant to be fun. A tool that can't do the job is going to not be fun. And then you're not going to use it. It's also like there are cases where a tool is too powerful. You started talking about how nobody came to the trades. That's true, Caleb. That is exactly what I started about this. So we've kind of gone into this, and then it's taken some twists and turns. Somebody will catch you up. Sorry, I lost my train of thought with that question because I was reading it. Apache, thank you for the 10 jewels. It's 16 jewels, I guess. I'm only at 13 months. Sharush, man, I appreciate it though. I appreciate those 13 months. Oh, nice tools, making the job fun. Sorry, forgot. That's how Alzheimer's works. I get sidetracked and then I'm gone. Yeah, a good tool is one that is going to make you want to do more. And you'll know it when you feel it. That like the first time you squeeze the trigger and you're like, oh, this is nice. Or maybe it's a hand plane and you scoot it across and it's just silk. It's smooth. And you're like, I could use this all day. Now, yeah, you got to maintain them. You got to take them, clean them, sharpen the things that need sharpened or whatever. But they're so good, they make you want to do that. Well, that's nice. It gives you the fizz. Like you could feel it. It's almost like a sensation that you get the first time that you use it. And then you enjoy it and you start thinking of all the things that you want to do with it and other projects that you have or maybe other jobs that you need to go do. And oh my God, it's amazing. Apache, I'm not there with you. I think the 12-volt dewalt is trash, but hey,
Yeah.
that's just me.
Imagine having a battery this small, 12 volts.
Mechanics
The
say they
lightest,
use chrome vanadium on it. Impacts often.
the lightest probably in its class with that much power.
Right
All of us
tool
through.
when you do nothing. You know you have the right tool when you do want to take care of it and clean it. That's true. That is true, Sayer. And funny. Are there any Hercules tools you would not recommend? Almost all of them, to be honest with you. Um, it's going to be controversial to say this. A lot of feelings are going to get hurt. To me, Hercules is a DIY level tool. It is not a professional grade tool. It would not hold up to the rigors of a professional setting. Now, if you're a DIY or a homeowner, dude, yeah, get them. They're cheap. They work. They're fine. But if you're a professional, you got to avoid that. You got to avoid Hercules with all you got. Maybe get the Hercules miter saw stand because that looks pretty sturdy, looks pretty nice. Maybe their miter is okay. Although I've had Harbor Freight miters before. They were trash, and I don't recommend them. Like I had that what do they call it, Admiral? I think it was one of them. Biggest piece of garbage. Like I used it for a few years, but as soon as I could get a new rigid, I got the new rigid, and I've been happy with it.
You know what's crazy? This house is really old.
Uh,
Not
Chase,
really,
I
but
don't know.
it's old enough. I'm measuring this because I never even tried to even bother measuring this guys because you don't know what you're gonna find, so you just gotta figure it out yourself anyway. This is actually 32, which means that this might be a 16 on 16 center uh
Hmm.
out here. That'd be nice for a change. This is my third house in Texas. This is the only one. This is the oldest one. This is the only one that's had 16s.
Thanks, Denny. Denny sent 5 memberships.
Oh, very nice.
So very appreciative of that, Denny. Thank you. Does Tactics know how that tool works? He has. Yes, I'm sure he does. uh, hey, Juan's a member too. Thank you, Juan. Appreciate that. I saw that Daddy gave you that free membership, so enjoy it. I'll try to do. I try to remember to do memberships. Like a lot of my long format videos, I always do for members first. Usually, get them a chance to look at it. I did that with the Yarbo video because like their feedback's the most important to me. Not that other feedback isn't, but members' feedback is important to me. I always make special attention of that. Try to answer theirs with with a lot of respect because they are here for the long term. That's what membership means. So I do try to uh, pay special attention to the members and give them early access to stuff. I've done it for the deal videos for the longest time, and I do try to do that. Yeah, Shaka, aren't you a member? I thought you were a member already, dude. Yeah, that was very generous, and we're very appreciative of you gifting memberships like that. Thank you. I gave up on being a member, can't find how to be one, so I just donate money on every live feed. Oh, you're on an iPhone, I take it. So on an iPhone, you have to go to my channel page, and there it'll say there's a plus for membership.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
iPhones are crazy.
What it does say in the left between tools with SoAlz and subscribe is there an option there. No, I think they still have to go to my actual channel page, and then it'll be like membership, and then it'll be right there. No worries, Steven. I'm waiting on Ryobi to release a 12-volt impact driver kit to complete my set. All right, Juan. Good luck with that. I'm grandfathered in before he jacked up his prices. Oh, he did. Dang. What's up, Ace? Swope?
They're jacking the prices.
No worries, Danny.
Hey.
Like how the member only is visible on the Roku YouTube app, it would be nice if Tactics members' videos were visible too. They should be, George. I don't know why they aren't. I do have quite a few just regular videos for members only as well. I don't know what he's building. I asked him earlier. He didn't answer.
Oh, I thought it's a mock-up for wiring project. Just,
oh, okay. A mock-up.
We're building a wall backward. We already had the wall, so we just ran extra long screws through the face of the stud. That way I can replace the studs whenever I need to. The only thing that's probably going to slow me down is I got to cut a little notch out of the bottom to get around the concrete, but it's fine.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, fine.
Well,
how do we make dogs pay taxes? Well, if they charge you for air.
Hey,
yes, he broke his Milwaukee drill.
The price went up. What are they talking about?
Man, he did break his Milwaukee drill, and I tried to tell him how to fix it. We're going to see if it works.
No. Oh, somebody said they were grandfathered in before the price went up.
Shaka said you jacked up your prices.
I haven't touched my prices since I started.
Whew. Charging 12. Dang, buds. Yeah, Shaka said that.
What is yours? What do you start at?
$3.
$2.99, yeah.
Yeah. I think I've got. Well, actually, I take that back. I think it's $2, then $3, then $6, and then there's 10.
Is there a $2? How low can you go?
99 cents.
When did they start that?
From the beginning.
Okay, I think I haven't touched my prices since I started.
I think whatever they recommended the first one is the one I started at.
I'll have to look at mine.
I hate to tell you guys this.
I'm gonna do $1 for my memberships. I got a lot of stuff on there that I mean, all my lives get membership only. I'm just gonna do $1. The more the merrier. I'm gonna call it. You have a heading for it? Call it the more the merrier.
The poorer the merrier. The poorer the merrier.
You know, I got some videos, dude. I should probably put
like a
$20 freaking price wall on. Some of the master classes.
Yes, I know, Sharouche. Yeah, some of the things that you do, you ought to charge people for.
Really
you ought to charge me to be there.
You read the check.
That's it. So sometimes I'm just like, he gets off on those tangents, and I'm just like, dude, shut up. All right. My state, by the way, I saw you guys talking about $1,200, $2,000 for a 1-bedroom apartment. Here in the free world of Missouri, you can rent entire houses for less than what you're paying. No, B-dubs, not really. He's not.
What's that?
3-bed, 2-bed. Dallas, there you go. They B-dubs asked if you'd done anything on that project yet. I said no. Hey y'all, make sure the seat of democracy is safe. Well, we'll try. Buffalo, it's like $1,500. Ace, you're in Buffalo. $1,500 for a 1-bed. Dang, get out of Buffalo. Get out of New York. There's certain states that I won't live in. California, New York, Washington, and Oregon. I'm out. Missouri's boring. So I'll just give you guys a for instance. When I got this house, I got it as a foreclosure from a bank because I'm intelligent. 16 acres, 2 houses, 4 outbuildings. It was $168 a month mortgage. Just let it sink in. Just let it sink in. 168 was actually 168.04. So buy foreclosed homes now, they're probably going to need some work and you're going to have to invest money into them. But if you buy a foreclosure, you can get them at a significantly reduced rate, and that'll allow you to have additional money during the year to fund projects and do stuff. Almost a mansion in West Virginia for 100K. Yeah, it's like the whole Midwest, like starting from the states that people don't want to live in. So Western Tennessee, how much is my property tax? $1,600 a year. Just went up to $1,600, by the way. Before that, it was under $1,000, but we had a doubling in our taxes this past year. So that'll tell you, but that's still not bad. It caused the payment to go up by $50, $60, something like that. I don't even know how much, but not bad. Here is a mystery. Why is it men can communicate with every living thing except women? That's no mystery. All the investors scoop up the foreclosures. It's terrible. You got to get out of California. The Falls is crazy expensive. I hear. Big Josh is up near Niagara Falls. George, I know. Cali is a free for all. Not really. So
the stores are a free for all.
What you go here?
The real estate.
What's that?
Like the stores are a free for all, not the real estate.
Oh yeah. I'm going to tell you all how to do this, and you're not going to believe me, but I swear to God, it's true. You can do this. You can do this yourself. I'm dying, so I have no use for the information, but if you guys want it, I'm going to tell you how to do it. So what you do is you go into a city where there is a high crime rate. I know it's the first red bell, but they tell you, the city tells you where they're going to be investing resources, such as police. And what you do is you begin buying properties in that area that is going to be policed. And why? Because they're trying to clean up those neighborhoods. So the houses that are there in those cities, dirt freaking cheap. As a matter of fact, I know Kansas City, Baltimore, Houston, I want to say Chicago, they all have programs where if you pay $10, you can buy a home in those cities. Now, the promise is that you will invest, Detroit, perfect, Big Josh, perfect. You can invest $100,000. That's what they want. They want you to invest $100,000 fixing that home up. You don't have to live there. You can fix it up. So you fix up the property using a mortgage that you've got on this property for 75% of the value of the home. You can mortgage up to that. That's what you use to fix that up. That does 2 things for you. 1, it allows you to take the interest rate that you are paying on that as a tax deduction. 2, The city will often allow you to go without paying property tax for that while you're fixing the home.
That's the big one there.
When it only takes about a year to really fix the houses up, get them ready or whatever. By that time, they've increased the patrols in those neighborhoods. They've made those neighborhoods safer. They've got people wanting to move into those. And then you sell it and you take the profit. Because now, over that time, not only has the home appreciated, but the neighborhood that the home is in has also begun to appreciate.
Gentrifying the neighborhood. How dare you?
And it allows you to make money on this. I don't know why people don't do this or why this is not common knowledge,
This gentrification is
but
wrong.
that is how it works. I know, Sharouche. And yeah, if it doesn't work in California, which San Francisco probably going to be on that list of places where you can invest invest in and get some incentives because they've gone to dog crap. Yeah, there's whole programs on it, by the way. There's whole programs on it. There are people out there that are telling you how to do this. And like, I know there used to be radio shows and all that. We did it as an investment group with a bunch of brothers from my fraternity when I went to school. And they did the whole investment property thing. And I'll be honest with you, you guys can retire millionaires in no time if you do it right. If you get in the right group and you're doing it right, you can really go in there and do it. You didn't miss anything, Stephen. Thank you, Brennan. I appreciate that. I hear the bear wants to relocate to San Francisco for the culture. I'm sure he probably does. Although, does San Francisco want the bear? That'd be the question. How's that coming?
It's going.
You done yet?
Yeah, pretty much. Just need to do 3 sets. I can pop them out whenever I want to. Closer, but we're kind of tethered to the wall there. But yeah, we got
Oh, we're normally done right about now. We're about an hour.
yeah, about an hour.
I did give excellent advice on becoming a millionaire.
Oh, very nice.
No bottom plate. Nope.
Nope. No bottom plate. That's going to be a free comment for the shorts.
Okay.
You also get a free comment for the no double top.
Well, I mean, it's not a oh God. Just gonna.
Also, we're in contact with the ground, right?
Yeah.
And technically, on the back side of that 2x4 too, you should be wrapped. You can't even touch the concrete.
It's true. It's true.
And the bottom of the OSB.
I mean, you're also not using PT.
Yeah.
No pressure treated there. It's just stud. Directly on concrete. No vape barrier.
We're getting off that too. No vape, no nothing.
Where's your what do they call it? A stud master?
Oh, I threw that in the trash, dude. I couldn't keep it.
Oh, I should send you one. I think I've got an extra.
Oh, if you do, that'd be cool. Because I kind of got them on their feet.
Yeah, I think I've got an extra.
That would be cool.
So yeah, the next time we get together, I'll give it to you. Just remind me of it. I know exactly where it is. It's right over there in the corner of my garage.
It's light. I could Venmo you.
I got 2.
Ship it.
I'll
Venmo you the money.
Yeah, Stud Buddy works best for me. Ace, that's all right. Set 10 members. Shaka Gillis with 10 memberships. Thank you, Shaka. Look at all these people getting free memberships. Llama, Budsville, Patrick Bateman. Sure Patrick's going to be happy with that. John Spitzley. I haven't seen him in a minute. CB. Denny a Fool says, nice Shaka. And I agree with him. Thank you very much. Nice shirt. Thank you. I appreciate that. Punisher. Punisher 74 on the back. It's got 74 on that. That is the Punisher logo. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, Shaka. Appreciate it. I love this. We got such a great community. I love it. I love the name Reg Cummings or Reg Cummings or Reg Cummings. No, Reg Cummings. I'm going to read it as that. Reg Cummings. Yeah. What'd you let go? What did you let go, Mitchell? The stud finder where the magnet works best. So the stud master keeps you 16 on center no matter what. And it's really easy to go through and frame a wall with it. I really do like it. I think it's a great idea. Lots of knockoffs out there.
Really good for missions, churches having you got volunteers doing something, not professional builders.
Yep.
You can line out your stud and give it to the guy that's in charge of doing the volunteering, and it'll speed things up. It's not going to be a professional, so a professional is going to come in and mark all their everything, and they're just going to start banging it together. It's really for something like that.
I do have it.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see a professional framer using a Studmaster, but it's got its place.
Hotmail. Where you been, buddy? Glad to see you back. And yes, George, I did get my 100K plaque. It's actually up in my living room right now.
This background alone looks kind of more, not so much a garage.
Yeah.
So this is good. I was going to put another stud here, but I don't think I will. I think I'm going to hang this Klein table that I got right there.
Yeah. Do you know what I like about the Studmaster? I'm just going to be honest with you. It's easier to explain to somebody how to use the Studmaster than telling them that 16 on center means that you put your 2x4 at 15 3/4. Do you know how aggravating it is to explain that to somebody over and over and over and over and over again? Yeah, it gets old real quick.
It's the same reason why I actually don't mind the cheater marks on tape measures, because your helpers, you don't have to explain to them; they can figure it out eventually.
Yeah, I can't. I don't like using tapes that have fractions on them.
How about this? This one's got the color, the bending multipliers.
Oh, forget it. I'm out.
The ABC phase for black, red, blue, or brown, orange, and yellow. Which you're not going to need, but whatever. What else does it have?
Ace. I don't do that. I always I always go to the 16, go back 3/4 of an inch, mark, go to the next one. Or I'm sorry, take off a 1/4 inch. What? It's an inch and a half. It's 3/4 of an inch. It's 3/4 of an inch. I was right the first time. Never mind. I always go back 3/4 of an inch, and then I mark it and put next to it so that I know where the stud lines out. I'm just old, That's the way we did it when I was learning, and that's the way I do it. Budsville, I'm not surprised. Shaka, how giving of you. I won't lie, I studied how to read a tape last year. Ow. I'm going to take 3 times. He said the hook was loose. Oh my God. The hook was loose on all 3 of them. I said, you monkey, it's supposed to be like that. Oh my God. That would hurt my soul. I would probably just punch somebody. Take it easy, Big Josh. Thanks for being here.
I completely get that. I don't know if that's going to work out, but we're going to find out.
All right. We're going to find out. Inside to inside or out to out would be, it would be to double check. No worries. Oh, I love it. You're not done yet? I know. I know, B-dubs. His framing needs fire blocking. His framing needs help. That's for doggone sure. Oh, dude. Buds. So there are how many? Four different lengths? No, five. Five different lengths on a tape. Shortest is an eighth. The next is a quarter. Then there's the half, and then there's a 1 inch. So forth. No, don't use millimeters. Men don't let men use millimeters. Millimeters are only good when you're trying to measure your Johnson and you want it to sound longer than it is. Isaiah, how you doing? Glad to see you here. Look, he put the Klein mod box on just for us to look at. Klein tools besides Milwaukee. Yeah, Greenlee. Greenlee's always been competition for Milwaukee. Then there's Ideal, though. Really, Knipex. I mean, hey, Makita guys use millimeters. Pros use centimeters. No, they don't. Inches. Pros use inches. A Johnson is actually pretty good. I've never tried the Johnson. Well, can't say that. I don't remember it. I'm just going to say this to you, buds. Imperial standard got us to the moon. Metric ain't never been to the moon. I prefer imperial measurements down to the thousandths of an inch. I like how frustrated I like how it frustrates the rest of the world. I'm with you. I've been teaching my 3-year-old to read a tape. Be a Kaplan or Kalpin. That's good. Seems like it's going to be a lost skill before long. It's true. Pros use inches, period. That's true. That's true. When you bake a cake, you can add 450 milliliters of butter or half a cup. I prefer half a cup. Buds, yeah. I don't understand the metric system, nor do I want to. Metrics for wimps. Like if you're a wuss, you're using metric for sure. Rodney Widger just sent me a picture that I can't look at. So sorry, Rod. I gotta X that out. No, I swear to God, the only reason, first of all, the only reason they went to metric was to make things sound bigger than they actually are. Like 127 millimeters. What is that, like 4.5 inches? See, when you say 4.5 inches, it doesn't sound that impressive. But if you tell her that it's 127 millimeters long, then it does sound more impressive. Derek, only men wear Crocs. I could understand why you wouldn't. Pros use a football field to measure things. Dude, I did that the other day in my Yarbo video. Metric is based in tens, but I already learned the imperial system and I'm fine with it. Yeah. We don't have centimeters over unless you're a Makita guy. That's true. Makita guys do like metric. 127 millimeters of burden love. See, now you're going to start telling your women how long it is in millimeters. See if it impresses her. Can you give your recommendations? Shrews answer me, but I would appreciate your input. What was the question, Allie? Is over cocky. Any standards that come from Europe. DCD 999 with the 887 and 2 5 amp hour XR batteries for 300, or the Milwaukee 2904 with 2 5 amp hour batteries for 237.
What's he doing with the 29.4?
First of all, the 887 is a terrible impact driver. It's likely to catch on fire if you use it extensively. It has caught on fire for folks in the past. So not going to go with the DeWalt, even though I love the 999. I love the 999 drill. Probably going to say the Milwaukee 2904. Kind of just depends on what you're doing. The battery shipping, music available. Buy them. Use around the high. Yeah, the 2904 is more than enough. Yeah, how is 1 inch 25 millimeters, but 2 inches 51 millimeters? How is that, Matt? Doug, I don't know. The freaking commies, they use it. Also notorious for sticky triggers. That's true. President Ford should have done a better job. He started to change America to metric, but he gave it up. Yeah, because we didn't want to learn it. What's up, Manzus? How you been? No worries, Allie. When I was drafting an area, tenths of an inch to keep the math simple. I like it, George. Tenths of an inch. I'm with that. I mean, we use 16ths of an inch every day in construction. I've never heard anybody complain about us using inches over millimeters until I started on YouTube, and then there were a bunch of whiny little Europeans coming to my channel going like, hey, you need to use the metric system. And I'm like, screw you. Metrics used by women and children who don't belong on the job site.
I think I see it on this little dowel hole on the side here that I can.
Tyler, that's funny. A millimeter is 1/25th of an inch. Jesus, that's pathetic. See? Never heard anybody complaining about inches until I got on YouTube. I mean, my wife, you think my wife is going to appreciate it if I go in there and I go, hey, honey, I've got, I don't even know how much millimeters is for 6 inches, but like, is that supposed to sound impressive?
And I had a dowel here somewhere. I don't know where you're.
Ace, you're with the rest of us then. 10 millimeter. Thank you, Sharush. I appreciate that. Thank God. Whew. 10 still sounds better than 6, though. Oh, no. Tactics has to measure in trillimeters. So small, the human eye can't see them. What's my favorite? Oh, Torx. Torx is my favorite type of screw head. 155 millimeters, or 150 millimeters. Thank you, Rodney. I appreciate you coming through in it. Can you de-throw me down to 185 millimeters? I can't, Apache. It sounds like a personal problem. You're on your own. Oh, you have to measure in kilometers. Is that how far away the microscope is? Is it Klein? No. I'll tell you the one that's better than both the Klein and the DeWalt. It's the rigid one that they just unveiled and they didn't tell anybody was coming out because it has a center plate for router. We can't hear you.
Did we have any doubt that it was going to be the rigid one on this channel?
Yes.
Okay.
Tyler says it's time for us to go. Do you agree with Tyler? Do you think it's time for us to go? Douglas, that's funny. Yes, Rizzy just had. They just announced one. There are pictures of it about, and it looks impressive because router table in the middle. There you go. Who's in metric actually uses millimeters in their daily lives? I'd hope not. It's such a terrible system.
Oh, we need a battery.
Why isn't the mic on? Sure, because he's charging his phone. His phone was down to 5%. Now, I know we have a show, so I actually charge my phone on days that we're doing this.
Windows going to charge the phone, but I have something called ADHD. It means I fucking forgot.
You mean DUMB? Belky. Oh, Jesus. Shaka says it's. I think they're saying it's time for us to go.
Oh, well, we just go.
Perfect.
There we go. Oh, we had the pin sooner.
That's because your Chevy is actually more Chinese than American.
There we go.
They're owned like that's terrible. Ace, that's actually his nickname. Heck no. Someone clip that? Yes, please. Someone clip that. Send it to me. I want to save it as the wallpaper on my phone.
Hey, should we box it completely in? Because it looks nice. Or should we just leave that one clip? Just bang that one in there and be done? Or should we?
I thought you were just doing this for an electrical thing, and now you've got a Klein table in the middle.
No, have with that.
You sounded like you said,
Yeah, what happened with that? I thought you were supervising here.
No, I have no idea what you're doing. You said you were making it like a sample wall there.
Oh my goodness. Well, you know, I don't tell you, man.
And now it just looks like a mess. Keep the family away from it.
There you go. All right, now we got
What?
It's no longer dangerous. We're gonna try it.
I know Americans like Imperial, but metric is superior. When metric lands on the moon, you let me know. Imperial's going to Mars next, by the way, folks. Imperial be the first ones on the moon, the first one on Mars, and metric's still trying to figure out how to leave the highway. No support on the right? No, he hasn't done that yet.
It doesn't need support on the right. We just had this conversation. It doesn't need support.
Did we?
No, I made it up. But we put support right here, so we can't go like any further.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We kind of. You didn't see me nail it in there just now?
Yes.
Okay. Well, yeah. There's just support on the right. So all it's got is a little bolt that we made out of the right for the bandsaw.
All the Americans made products in Imperial are made in other countries too. Yeah. All those scientists use metric? I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Elon ain't metric. No, Elon ain't doing metric. Elon, the Tesla is the most American-made car that you can buy. Figure that one out. China made skyscraper in 24 hours. Have they made it to the moon yet?
They made a skyscraper that fell over in 24 hours.
The same people that complain about Imperial system are also the ones who invented the metric. The French invented the metric system. That's all you need to know. If you want to give up on something, follow the French. I'm not saying that, but this is the French preparing for World War III. Hands up, surrender. Tyler, hey, it was entertaining. Why does Tactics have to have his wife big toy? I don't know, Mitchell.
Which one?
No, it was not the English. It was the French that invented the imperial system. Or the Romans invented the imperial system. The Romans invented the imperial system. An inch, this was the measurement for an inch, was the space between this knuckle and this knuckle on your hand, your pinky. That was an inch. And as a matter of fact, for most people, that is still an inch. Look it up. Measure it. I'll bet you find out it's an inch. Do you like French tanks? No. Have 4 gears, 3 reverse, and 1 forward. Did you know French tanks only had 4 gears, 3 reverse, and 1 forward? That's great. I heard England talk about going back to Imperial. I use my pinky to measure my PO. Maybe. Makes it feel bigger. That's why I married a midget. Looks bigger in her hands. They from I'll believe it. Hey Hunter, how you been? The moon on a slide ruler, last minute thrust to avoid a crater by a human Navy pilot flying by the seat of his pants. Hey, still worked. Still worked. They invented the French Foreign Legion because they wanted out of France. Now, this is the type of conversation I can get behind. Bashing the French. Bunch of frogs. I could get behind this all day. I love it. Bash the French all day is fine for me. Keek. I try my best, Hunter. I try my best. I don't like fans of any brand. If you're a fan of a brand, it's probably because you're mentally ill. Imagine a line, but did not cover the bill. Danny, that's true. The croissants are good. That's the only thing. The food.
Yeah, I was going to keep going, but then I realized this is all that fits on a short. See, we're kind of on a short right now.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
What does it say about a Canadian? The French don't even want their own Canadians. I mean, if you've ever been to Canada, you can kind of understand. Hey, Juan wants to know if you know when Ryobi Day starts.
I don't know. That's your territory, sir.
Juan wanted to ask you.
I seriously got that.
Okay, sorry. He says he can't help you, Juan. I'm a fan of all except Ryobi. Tyler, that's a good man. That's a good man right there. French women are hairy and smell like old cream cheese.
A brand that I just gonna have to stop buying is Skill.
Ryobi? But you buy it a lot.
Skill is worse than Ryobi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I keep trying it and trying it and trying it, and it's just like, how could you go from the best circular saw, the Mag 77, to whatever the hell they're making now?
Bunch of trash.
It's pretty bad.
But I have said this before. I'll continue to say it. Skill is in a race to the bottom with Ryobi and Craftsman. You know, they don't want to really produce good tools. They just want to get tools that are cheap that people will buy.
Yeah, well, they're doing it, I guess.
When you look at it, did you know that Black & Decker costs more than Skill?
Yeah.
Mm.
No, wait. Black and Decker is just the brand, not like Stanley Black and Decker, but just
Black and Decker. You know, the orange and black crap that's
is that
still
is that
brushed.
still available?
Yes.
You can. Where do you buy that at?
Menards has it. They have a whole section of it.
Oh,
You can. I did think you could still buy some Black and Decker at Target. I might be wrong on that because I don't go there. Brushed Bauer Days. Oh God, they want Bauer Days. Can
Bauer
you
Days.
guys use gas-powered lawn equipment where you are? Yes, buds, I can. I don't live in California.
Do you have a robotic lawnmower that charges itself?
What's that?
You have a robotic lawnmower.
Yes, it charges itself.
Doesn't use gas.
Every time I see her smell like old cream cheese and real hairy. I mean, Bigfoot hairy, more facial hair than most. Dang. B does. That's probably true. That's probably true. Yeah.
I have a feeling I murdered a pencil. What do you think?
Maybe
That's a pretty pencil-like line.
those hyper tough electric ratchets are trash, dude. Okay, GFP. Good for you. I just don't think I'll leave my. Oh, buds. If you live in California, you might not have a choice. Land of the free. Well, it's just the pocket. You can find the stupid rules. All you have to do is find out whether they vote red or blue. If they vote blue, you're probably going to find some stupid right along with it.
Hey, are you waiting on me?
Am I?
Yeah.
No, I can end at any time I want.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure you were waiting on me.
I think he's saying it's time to go, guys. So, with that, for all you Makita guys out there, don't forget, blow them like you know them. And for the rest of you, keep the gears spinning and the beavers grinning. We'll see you next Sunday at 7.
See you guys later.